One thing I wanted Amanda to speak to. I believe like the masculine and Corona and I talked about that. Yeah, right brain, left brain, and then you like if you just have within your right brain, you have a right side and a left side. But
Mm-hmm.
I believe too much of us in society, maybe it's part of survival, are in our head too much. And I believe there actually science has caught up to this, that gurus have been saying for thousands of years, that there's more thinking going on in your heart and your gut. And I believe like the feminine energies in your heart and your inner child that a lot of us have lost sight is in your gut. And that's so powerful. Early on into meditation, I was able to experience that a lot of the mistakes I had made caused me to get in touch with my feminine side. And I was like, why are so many women that naturally have this not really engaging that, but also not totally embracing that as much as they should? Or why isn't society valuing that more? So Amanda, I'd like you to speak in some way to ways to harness the energy in your gut and your heart.
Now are you talking about in ways like in all kinds of ways, or in
Yeah,
ways?
kinds of ways. Whatever way you want to go. Essential oils, meditation, in
Yeah,
nature.
yeah. Well, there's a lot of ways, and I think we all need to one be a part of nature, because that grounds us, right? First thing, when we all need to ground ourselves and tap in. And once we tap in, once we ground ourselves and tap in, then we can move up from there and start working with that sacral energy and figuring out what are our desires, what's our will, or even what sexual desires cause us to have, the trials and tribulations that caused us to go through that, whatever choices it was that we made. But I think just tapping into that and going within the self, whether it's through meditations, whether it's through yoga, or whether it's through exercise, whether it's through mantras daily, just speaking certain things, into existence, affirmations are super important. That's like the best thing that you can do. And expressing that gratitude, I think number one for me, because I'm a survivor. I've gone through sexual abuse, physical. I've dealt with it all growing up. And the one thing that got me through, that helped me survive, was I knew I was connected to something much bigger than me. And when I told myself this when I was younger, I was like 14 years old. I remember laying in bed and I had my head up against the headboard, and I was like thinking to myself, I'm like, how am I going to survive? How am I going to do this? How am I, like, it's when you go through all of this and it's weighing so heavily on you, and you're contemplating suicide or depression or whatever, dealing with the PTSD, and you're just like, how am I going to do this? When I finally realized, I'm connected, and this spirit wants me here, and I'm here for a reason, and I might not know exactly why I'm going through what I'm going through, but I'm going through it. And for me, it was that moment where I told myself I was connected, that I always had messages, always from spirit, just telling me, you've got this, just keep going, just have faith. And that, I think, is number one. That's key, because we can do so many things to heal, or to tap in, whether it's with plant medicine, whether it's with herbs, or cannabis, or even ayahuasca. There's so many beautiful things that can connect us, to spirit, to the divine. But really,
Prayer too, right?
huh?
I said
She said
prayer
prayer.
too.
Prayer, yeah, absolutely. And prayer is another beautiful way, when you're just and prayer, to me, what I've come to learn is just speaking, just having this conversation with the divine, which is what we are. We're just a vessel. We're all just another vessel of that divine spirit living through. But when we're not tapped in is when these lower vibrations, get in the way and stop us from truly fulfilling that will and desire of our spirit. you know, and we get trapped. And it's the same way that energy gets trapped and blocked, you know, within us, within these chakras. And I think that's something we all need to start diving into and learning about and teaching ourselves, you know, about these energies and how to work with these energies and how to understand them and how to remove any blockages, and again, to be open about it and to communicate. And like I said, the best way to do it is just tapping in, going into nature, doing yoga, doing meditation, you know, like feeling that flow through you. Once you just like let go and you don't carry any judgment for yourself or for others around you, and you just let it happen naturally, you'll see so many beautiful things happening all around you that you've been missing your whole life, because you're that third eye is closed, you're not tapped in, you're not woke, you know, you have like that veil over you, whether again it's the trauma, you know, whatever experiences you might have, that blockages, it traps you in a sense, and you all you can see is that your insecurities or your pain. And once you heal, once you get through that, you realize that was just a part of it. That was just a small little tidbit. It was just a little scratch, you know, a little bump in the road. It wasn't really anything, because life is so much grander than that. You know, once you really tap in, you see all that beauty. But nature, you know, herbs and things like this really helped me tap into my true will and desires and my purpose in life, because again, we're a part of nature. So all, you know, tapping into this one just came so naturally to me, and seeing how easy it is to heal the mind, the body, the spirit with herbs, with plants, is truly beautiful. And to me, I'm just appalled at how most of us don't do things like this. You know, we immediately
I
take a
wanted I wanted to speak to for a second to the people that don't do it, and I want to hit it from like a business point, or if you're goal oriented. I heard a definition of prayer is asking, meditation is receiving.
Mhm.
So when Amanda's talking about getting your chakras and aligning everything, what you're doing is getting your body on the signal to attract what you're looking for.
Mhm.
And the masculine energy, let's go into that house and conquer, I mean, just alone, or to do it, sometimes you're searching for stuff so much that you don't get what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And also, one of the things that I learned, one time I saw a plane flying, and I'm like looking up at the plane, which is childlike to do that. I'm looking up at a plane, and then all of a sudden I saw a bird fly the other direction. The bird pooed, and I was like, holy shit, that's exactly how a bomb comes out of a plane. Everything's inspired by
Fucking fast.
nature.
You get shit on. No.
So you can invent stuff.
I think Steve's connections is a little bit right now.
We need to understand that these things are so valuable, and a lot of the leaders that there's a lot less leaders that I would like to look up to than I look up to more people like Corona and Amanda. But the leaders that are out there that we see that are in the mainstream, a lot of like Tesla was big into visualization inventions then. You want to say something, Corona?
Like, oh shit.
Bounce off of all of that, and the power of affirmations with prayer, right? The I am, the asserting that you are a magical being, that you are a divine being, that you do have all of the capabilities and tools that it's going to take for you to succeed in this realm, right? Because life is too hard to come from a place of lack. If there's one big lesson that I think I'm like learning to grasp onto and really take and run with me, it's to come from a place of abundance, to come from a place of I have what it takes, of I have X, Y, and Z in order to make A, B, and C happen, right? Because when you come from a place of lack, you come from a negative space, you're already kind of setting up a precedent for yourself.
Yep. Yep.
You're shifting your timeline. You're aligning with the future you instead of the.
That's a beautiful thing about life. I think we all too need to realize we are creators. It's kind of become a taboo as well to assume that we are gods, you know. But if you think about it, you know, God was a creator, and literally every single human being on this planet is out there creating something through their own image, right? So if we looked at it in that sense and respected ourselves as that and held ourselves to a higher standard, you know, we would actually go after the things that we dream for, instead of thinking I've got to stay working a 9 to 5, or, you know, just and go from there. You know, I think we need to really try to stand out and be different, and not be scared to be different, you know, and be weird and express all of our true desires, because that's what we're here for, you know, to experience life and feel it at the depths.
And that's some powerful courage to do that.
It is. Sorry, I had to connect my phone.
So I'm not sure if this is cutting off. Tell me how you enjoyed it. Tell me what you enjoyed about it. I want you to think about grass. A grass blade looks flimsy. It has an energy, and it's able to go through cement. And it's the blend of that masculine energy and that feminine energy working together that is able to accomplish that. So as you go along your day, know that you're so much more powerful to deal and put whatever you're working on in front of you, and to not all your limitations and everything that you have, don't let them get in the way of who you want to be, who I want to be, who we want to be. So thank you very much, and this was fun.
It was. I can't wait to do it again with you guys. Y'all just let me know if you want to do it again next Wednesday. Let's connect. Maybe we can figure out a better way to do this live stream. Maybe we can work on creating a little page for all of us to get together on, like a little followers going. But I would love to talk again. Sorry about this connection issue I think on all of our ends, but it was a pleasure. And until next time.